Hello to all my subscribers out there. Ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'm on my break and I was just thinking about all the kids that's in Jamaica that's getting either hurt, kidnapped, or killed. And I know things and time change, but I can just reflect on when I was younger and living in Jamaica. And they say take a village to look after these kids and to grow these kids. But I'm just wondering, is that system still in effect? First, I want to send condolences to the family of a Moya who got killed by that garbage truck. She got run over. And condolences to all the other families who lose a child. And to also Jaden Smith. You know, I don't want people to forget to keep looking for Jaden Smith. And hopefully we can find him alive. But that is going too long now. But I'm really here to really talk also more about that young girl that got kidnapped, yes, from the school. I think it's in Clarendon. Her name is Aneka. A-N-K-A. I know everybody is focusing on the man who take her away. But I have to give kudos to the school or to personnel who send out the Amber Alert, you know, that help effectively find that young girl. But how far do the Amber Alert go? Do it goes just within the circumference of the school or within certain countries that's close by? You know, parish I should say, but do it go to all 14 parishes when a child is missing? Is that the kind of system that's set up? And the next thing I want to speak on is how that man, who's everybody is proclaiming that he's an unsound mind, how do we get the opportunity to go in the school that has security and take out a child without a parent's consent 2:30 in the afternoon? How did he get into the school? That is my main question. And I would love if someone could interview the school and give people some clarity on how this man get to come into the school, pass security, and take out a child to where, God forbid, she could have lost her life. Then you would hear a different story. I know everybody's happy that she was found alive and everything. Thank God. But God forbid, what if she had gotten killed? Now the school would have been in big problem. But I don't hear nobody talking about the school. I don't see nobody interview the principal and everybody at the school to find out what's going on, because there's other kids there. And I know parents probably concerned also, because if that child can be taken out, that means other childs can be taken out too. So basically, what is really going on? Is Jamaica forming an Amber Alert system to where whenever a child gets missing, it goes all out to all the 14 parishes? You know, we need to start taking care of these young kids, man, because they can't help themselves and they need support. They need serious support, you know. And yes, I'm speaking on Jamaicans. I know I'm in America, but I'm speaking on Jamaica right now. You know, kids is missing all over the world, but you know, I'm concerned about Jamaica because I'm a Jamaican. I'm from Jamaica. But at the end of the day, it's a concern. You know, I think we Jamaicans and people who is in the diaspora in Jamaica needs to step up and look out for these kids. You know, whenever you see, you know, elderlies or grown man trying to lure young girls, and, you know, see kids on the street at certain hours in their uniform and all that stuff, you need to call the authorities, get them alert and let them know, listen, there's kids on the street past certain hours in school uniform and they should be home. Because that's why a lot of these kids are being missing. Because a lot of them don't want to go straight home after school. They want to hang out and go do other stuff, and that's how they get caught up in problems. But anyway, I'm glad this young lady was found alive, and I'm glad this gentleman was taken into custody. Okay? I'm glad Anika was found alive. And this, I don't even know what to call him, because he could have taken that kid away, and now those parents would have been in heartache and pain to lose a loved one. And as a father myself, I have to really think about that, because it could have been my child, it could have been your child, it could have been anybody's child. So I think the government in Jamaica, and I'm not blaming the government in no kind of way, but I just think the government in Jamaica needs to make some drastic change and a good contingency plan, you know, to protect these young ones in Jamaica, because they are the future. And without them, there's not going to be no future. So Jamaica, please put something together to safeguard these kids, I should rather say. These kids need to be safeguarded and taken care of. And Jamaicans, please look out for these kids. Look out for them, especially when you are driving on the street. You know, yes, we have a lot of kids on the street, because there's parents also in Jamaica who is just, I don't even know what to say. That's another story. You know, they need to protect their young ones, because ain't no young kid, no 10-year-old and 11-year-old and, you know, 9-year-old and stuff should be on the street walking alone or doing anything alone on the street without a parent. A responsible kid in Jamaica is over the age of 17, 18 to be on the street alone. But anything under 16 shouldn't even be on the street going nowhere and doing anything alone without a parent. And that's just how I feel. So leave your comments about this issue, and if someone can also leave a comment and let me know if they found out how this gentleman get to take Anika off the school grounds without no parental consent, no stopping by security. You understand? So if you know, please leave a comment in my comment box. All right? Please like, share, and comment. Thank you, and have a good day.